everybody, it's Jenni Brandon, and this is Jenni Brandon's Work in Progress. And we're going to continue our conversation last week about collaboration. And we talked about the idea of this symbiotic relationship, right? Of performers and composers working together to create this musical moment where everybody wins because they've talked together and we've created something that we can now share with our audience. And so beyond this idea of this relationship between performer and composer is the idea of who else we want to collaborate with, right? So we're in the arts. We have lots and lots of opportunities to bring in not only this music to make these wonderful performances with, but we've got the opportunity to bring in artists. We've got the opportunity to bring in poets. We've got the opportunity to bring in dancers to be part of our collaborative process. And so think about what that might look like for you as a composer and a performer, right? So let's say that you've got this piece that you've written, and maybe the original intent was to just perform it on stage. But suddenly now within, let's say, the department that the performers are a part of at a university, there's the opportunity to work with a dance ensemble, right? And so these cross-department collaborations are a great way to start to build relationships, not only at the university level, but thinking beyond that as well. So if you're in the university system, that's great, right? You may have these collaborations available to you all the time. If you're not in the university system and you're coming in once in a while to get performances, then building these relationships with people like a dance ensemble, right, could be really great down the road because you may continue to write for dance or write for them in the future. So I believe that collaboration leads to collaboration, right? So maybe start to think about what kind of additional collaborative artists could you bring in on your project? And something that I really enjoyed working with performers on is to have the opportunity to have slides, right, showing behind the piece. And so there's some really neat ways to incorporate that. Maybe somebody's got a bunch of family pictures and photos that they want to share as part of this. I did this for a project with Elizabeth Crawford and Jennifer Guggen-Kavanaugh when I wrote for them the piece Going to the Sun, Snapshots from Glacier National Park. And so they had some family photos that they included and they showed that in performances, which was a really neat addition to that. But there's so many opportunities to work with additional artists and explore that, right? Whether you think of it as you're writing the piece and you're going to bring that group in right away, or maybe in the future, you are working with people that say, I've got a dance group that I want to work with and we're going to bring them in and choreograph this piece. So sky's the limit kind of with stuff like that. And so begin to think about who you want to work with, right? You could include poetry readings in between movements of your piece. You could include having art set up around the stage for the audience to look at during the performance and then walk on the stage and look at it afterwards, right? There's really endless possibilities to what you can do. So collaboration doesn't just stop with the performer composer symbiotic relationship, right? It can go way, way beyond that. And so it's just a matter of how creative do you want to be with creating and collaborating on your piece. So drop me some notes. Tell me about your ideas of collaboration. Tell me about the groups that you've worked with or the project that maybe you've always dreamed that you want to do, but are trying to just facilitate this collaborative process. You can send me a note here on any of the social medias, right? We've got Instagram, Twitter, we've got a YouTube channel. I'm on Facebook as well. And I'd love to have a further conversation with you about collaboration or anything else you'd like to talk about. So until next time, I'm Jenni Brandon, and this is Jenni Brandon's Work in Progress, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.